How's it going, Webheads? My name is Ryan Walsh. Today we're going to be doing another ranking, mainly because yesterday I released a Joker video and it seems like a lot of you guys really did enjoy that, so I wanted to do another one and just give my personal opinion on all of the on-screen Jokers ranked worst to best. So without wasting any more time, let's get into the ranking. At number 6, I have Jared Leto. Now, Jared Leto wasn't the worst Joker that ever hit the big screen. He just happened to be the worst one out of all of these other Jokers, because Joker over the years in cinematic history has really been casted very well and always been portrayed very well on screen. He was the only one that I didn't feel totally in love with when I saw him on screen. He definitely had a very unique feel to his character and did it a very different way than other portrayals in the past. And to be honest with you, I think that's really something that we have to admire about him. So I'm really happy that Jared Leto did take the time and put something different on screen. And I heard that a lot of his scenes were completely cut out of the movie, and I do believe that because we saw a lot of footage being filmed for Suicide Squad with him in it, but we just never got to see it on screen. So I think there's a lot of stuff that he did do that we didn't get to see on screen, but for what we have right now and what we saw in that Suicide Squad movie, I have to make him number 6. At number 5, I have the Cesar Romero Joker from the 1960s Batman TV series and the movie. Now that's the big thing. He's also been in a Batman movie, so I thought he would be perfect to be on this list, and he deserves it because Cesar Romero may not be the best Joker ever, but he still was a pretty good Joker if you think about it. I personally have watched the Adam West Batman movie, and to be honest with you, it is extremely corny. But for the time, I have to say that Cesar Romero's Joker definitely was a big standout in that movie. He is extremely well casted in that role, and he is terrifying. I mean, when I was watching it, I was a little kid, and I just remember that he was always extremely terrifying to me personally. There's something about Cesar Romero just as a really creepy Joker, and I think that his laugh is extremely creepy. And yes, there are definitely times where everyone is just extremely corny in this entire movie, but there are times where Cesar Romero really just stands out and shines above all the other villains. At number 4, this is a more recent Joker that we have seen in a movie and on screen with the Lego Batman coming out. This is the Lego version of the Joker that was voiced by Zach Galifianakis, and you guys probably know him from the Hangover movies. That's what he's most famous for. And I have to say that he did a very good job with the Joker. I personally was not really looking forward to Zach Galifianakis playing the Joker, voicing him. I thought he was going to do a very bad job, but he proved me wrong. He did a great job with the Joker. And if anything, what that movie did was it really broke down all the Batman characters. Even Batman in the movie was broken down very well, and his personality was nailed in that movie. And so wasn't the Joker's as well. He always wants Batman's attention. It's all about Batman and him, and both of them going back and forth because Joker is the arch villain of Batman. So I'm really happy that he was casted in that role, and I'm really happy that they did a great job with that Joker overall. At number 3, I have a legend of a Joker, and that is the Jack Nicholson Joker from Batman 1989. Now, when this Batman movie came out, it was before the 1990s, and a lot of people haven't seen a live-action Joker since the Cesar Romero 1960s Batman. So really bringing this Jack Nicholson Joker to the big screen and doing a more comic-accurate version of the character, you can definitely understand where they would going with this role. But at the same time, he still came off as extremely scary, and that's something that I personally really want to see in a Joker character. I want to see a very extremely scary version where, yes, he is joking around and he is laughing, he has that creepy laugh, but at the same time, it's supposed to scare you. He is the villain. He is supposed to be not scared of Batman, but yet Batman should be maybe just fearful that he's going to do something bad to someone else. That's really what the Joker should be. And I think that Jack Nicholson was a perfect cast for this movie, especially with his background being in some horror movies like The Shining. The Shining probably was one of the biggest parts to really help him get into this role. And even the corny parts of the Joker within this movie, I personally really still enjoy. I think it's a very good adaptation of what we've seen in the comic books time and time again. The Joker is still a very goofy character. He's not always serious. He's literally the Joker. He's always joking around. At number 2, I have Heath Ledger's Joker. Now, I know a lot of people are definitely going to be mad that I put Heath Ledger at number 2 because everyone just thinks he is a legend. And don't worry, I do too. After I made that video yesterday, I went back and I literally just binge watched a bunch of clips on YouTube of Heath Ledger's Joker in The Dark Knight because he's so good. He is such a great Joker, and I love revisiting that movie and seeing how great of a job Heath Ledger did with the Joker character and how he brought him into a brand new era. How he really put himself in the character and did something completely different like all the other Jokers really have done. How he was really just the anarchist of all the other Jokers. He was the center of the Dark Knight movie. Sometimes I really just forget that Batman's even in the movie because I'm so focused on the Joker the entire time, because I just love what Heath Ledger did with him. And the thing is, like, he's just always outsmarting and really just beating up on Batman the entire movie. And I love how he is the only villain in that entire Dark Knight trilogy to actually win the day. Where you do see that he did turn Harvey Dent into a villain and he turned the entire city upside down, which Bane couldn't even do. Bane definitely took out like a lot of the city and had it for many months, but still Batman won in the end. And I think that Batman didn't really win in the end of this one. He definitely took all the blame for the movie, but I don't think that he really won the day. And in the number 1 spot, this is a Joker where I don't think you can really replace him. If you're gonna top someone like Heath Ledger, this has to be a Joker where it's going to top everything else. And this definitely is probably a Joker that not a lot of people are expecting to be on my list, but he has been in some movies. And if you hear this voice, you just know it's the Joker, and that's Mark Hamill's Joker from Batman animated series, and he's been in a couple animated movies as well. Now I know there's probably a lot of people that are like, well, that's not really fair to compare him to someone like Heath Ledger. But I'm sorry, in my opinion, voice acting and acting, they are still acting in my opinion. It's still a movie, so I did want to put him at number 1 because whenever I think of the Joker, I always think of Mark Hamill's Joker no matter what. Heath Ledger is definitely like one awesome performance of the Joker in a live action movie, but I think this just takes it to a whole new level of just being probably one of the best performances as a villain in all of just entertainment in general. Even still to this day, we can see Mark Hamill working on these Joker TV shows and video games. He's in all of the Batman Arkham series video games, and honestly, he deserves to be there because he's such a big part of it. So that's why he's in number 1. But of course, Webheads, let me know down in the comments what you guys think of this ranking. Who is your favorite Joker? If you guys want more on the Joker, definitely consider checking out this playlist right over here. You guys can get plenty more videos just like that. But Webheads, thank you very much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Bye-bye.